I also really just like went and got hot chocolate. Look at it. Oh, so good. I haven't even sipped it yet, but I can tell it's gonna be good. Hello everyone, it is Kim and welcome back to my channel and welcome to round number 9 of the TBR Cafe, and it's December, so happy holidays. It is time for Bookmas, Vlogmas. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see if I can turn out like 25 videos. I haven't pre-filmed anything. I am filming this on December 1st and I'm probably gonna upload it later tonight. So you're seeing this almost in real time as it is happening. What? So I'm gonna show you what I'm rolling over into December from November, which is a whole lot. So let's just roll on into those books. Alright, so the first few that'll be rolling over are Anna K, A Love Story by Jenny Lee, Kingdom of the Cursed by Carrie Maniscalco, and The Dark Vault by V.E. Schwab. These are rolling over. The next ones that are rolling over are The Reader on the 627, by Jean-Paul Didier-Laurent. I'm probably butchering that. Red Rising by Pierce Brown, and The Clockmaker's Daughter by Kate Morton. I am currently reading The Reader on the 627 right now. It's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm listening to the audio. I went on Goodreads because I was unsure, so I read a few reviews, and people say it's like really cute and charming. I'm just not there yet. Excuse my dog barking. And of course, if you saw last month, prepare to yell at me because we're also rolling over The Lights of Prague by Nicole Jarvis. I did not get to this in November. What can I say? Just let me hear it. Just let me hear it. Come on. Yell at me. Come on, let me have it. You good? You got it? Alright, I heard it loud and clear. So yeah, Lights of Prague will be rolling over into December. I will get this read. Alright, and besides those physical copies, I have 2 ebooks ready to go, Violin Blessed and Zodiac Academy as well from November and September. So yeah, my plate is pretty loaded at this point. So let's add 6 more books to it, shall we? Yeah, we're gonna add 6 more. So let's go ahead and get to it with roll number 1. Alright, so we got the wintry vibes happening. We have 6 rolls. We're going to jump right in and hope we don't get any more additional rolls in a coffee break. I have a little fox here sleeping for like a winter token. So let's go ahead and get started and get to rolling. So here is roll number 1. And we have 7. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a book, and our first prompt is Found Family, and we have a coffee break. Alright, so here are our coffee breaks. They're in here. I'm going to give them a shake and see what we get. Hopefully it's a good one. And our coffee break is no doubling up, no coffee, so we are not allowed to double up on prompts, so I will be picking 6 books, 1 for each prompt. So starting with the coffee break that roll number 1 gave us, there will be no doubling up on prompts in December, which means I have to do 6 new books. I was really hoping I was going to be able to pull from the books I already had. Nope. So roll number 1 gave us Found Family, and for that I'm going to be reading Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is a reread for me. I'm so excited to reread this. Victor Vale, love it, love his story, love him in this. So good, and the people he finds along the way are amazing, and I don't know, it's a very dynamic group of people coming together and creating a little found family, and I absolutely love it. Like, you don't think that's how it's going to turn out, but Oh, I love that part of it, but also the dramatics in this story are amazing, and I cannot wait to read Vengeful. I should have already read it ages ago, so I'm going to reread Vicious, and then maybe Vengeful will make its way on to January's TBR for 2022. Roll number 2 is a 1, and our prompt for this is dad pick. It's a cup of tea, and it's a dad pick. So for this one, I'm going to be pretty specific, and I'm going to give him my bunch of Christmassy themed books to pick from, because I want to get a few of those on my TBR, so I'm going to let him pick from that stack of books. For roll number 2, we got Dad Pick, and for this I brought him a selection of Christmas books that I haven't read and a handful of ones that I have that I do like to reread this time of year. And for his pick, he picked out Christmas at the Chalet. Like, he literally just looked at titles and the covers and said this one. I'm guessing it's because it said Chalet. So I'll be reading this one. I'm not quite sure what it's about. By just a quick glance at the back, it looks like there may be a fashion designer and she's supposed to design a dress. Something along that line. And the bride, I guess, is her model, and that's who she's designing this dress for, and they both, like, need Christmas miracles to happen in this book. So that says, full of romance, gorgeous gowns, and stunning scenery of St. Moritz. Moritz? So, sounds good, sounds Christmassy, sounds cozy. Definitely probably a sitting by the fireplace with a cup of hot cocoa kind of read. Roll number 3 is a 2. 1, 2, we have an ice cream cone, and our third prompt is historical fiction. Okay. I think I have a few in mind that I could do for this. Or maybe I'll do a reread. I don't know. I will find something. I definitely have a good amount of options. Roll number 3 has given us historical fiction. For this, I am rereading a fave historical fiction. I've just decided, I think, that December is going to be rereads for the most part, since I have so many new books on my TBR already that a few rereads will go by quickly, and it'll just be like a nice reward for, 1, finishing my reading goal early, and 2, to the end of the year. Just a nice way to end the year with some faves. So for historical fiction, I'm planning on reading Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. So another Carrie Maniscalco book is being added to the TBR for December. This is probably one of my favorites in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, is Hunting Prince Dracula. I'll be listening to the audio for sure. I absolutely love the narrator for this series. She is phenomenal. So if you haven't checked out this series and want to, I highly suggest the audiobooks. Amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna read this one because it's one of my faves out of that series. So for historical fiction, we're doing Hunting Prince Dracula. Roll number 4 is a 1. I did a D8 thinking I would have more bigger numbers, and it's not happening. So we have another 1. So we have a coffee. And our fourth prompt is enemies to lovers. Well, I'll take that. Like, we know I will take that. Perfect. Let's do it. Roll number 4 has given us enemies to lovers. So I'm going back to fairy. I am going back to Elfhame. And I'm going to be rereading The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is probably one of my favorite series set in Fae, the Folk of the Air. Jude and Carden, perfect enemies to lovers. I'm so ready to give this a reread. I might just end up rereading the whole series, but probably not all in December. But I don't think I've read The Cruel Prince since I reread it before Wicked King came out, so it's been a while since I've had a reread of this. So I'm excited to reread it again. Roll number 5 is a 3. 1, 2, 3. We have a cupcake. And our prompt is battle and war. Alright, so I have to pick a book that has a battle or is about a war, etc. So I think I have one for this. This might not be turning into the most Christmassy, wintry TBR I've ever had for December, but I'm going with it. For roll number 4, we got Battle and War. So for this one, I'm choosing a sequel to a book I read earlier this year, and that is going to be Storm from the East, the sequel to Dark of the West by Joanna Hathaway. I'm excited to get back to Athen and Aurelia and see what is going to happen in this book, and then see how we are going to lead into the final book in the series. I'm very excited to finally read this. I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook. I was enjoying the narration of the audiobook, so I think I'm going to try that first and then maybe just read along with my physical copy. But I'm definitely very excited about this, and I'm guessing I'm going to need to go pick up the 3rd book. But yes, I'm very excited. I think there's going to be a lot more political intrigue. We had quite a bit in book 1, but I feel like this being the 2nd book in the trilogy, it's going to dive even deeper into the war, and more truths and lies are going to come to the surface. So I am very excited about this one. And finally, roll number 6, the final prompt for December for the TBR Cafe for 2021. Let's get a good one. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is another cupcake. Okay, come on, good prompt, good prompt. Give me a broad prompt. Let's go. Debut novel. Okay, a debut novel. That can be this year, it can be any year, so just a debut novel by whichever author I pick. The final prompt, the final roll number 6, gave us, for the last roll of December of the TBR Cafe for 2021, is debut novel. Now, you would think that I would choose a debut novel from 2021, right? You would be very, very mistaken. I have decided to once again reread a book. So the debut novel I will be reading is The Selection by Kiera Cass. I love this series. It is like a guilty pleasure series, and I have not reread it since I read it the first time. I read the entire trilogy, the original 3, in 2 days. Like, I don't know what it was, but I love this series. So I decided, since this was a debut of hers, I decided to go ahead and reread it and enjoy it. And so it's kind of like, you won reading in 2021, you hit your goal, you deserve a guilty pleasure read, and this is going to be it. So The Selection by Kiera Cass is my pick for debut novel. Okay, so here are the 6 new books we are adding to the TBR for December, and that is The Selection, Christmas at the Chalet, Vicious, Storm from the East, Hunting Prince Dracula, and The Cruel Prince. So I think with these 6, I think we have about around 15 books to read in total in December, which is a lot, but I definitely think it's doable, because I feel like sitting by the fireplace with a cup of hot cocoa and a latte is going to be the vibe for this holiday season. Cozy and just reading some good books. So if you'd like to see more from me, I'm hoping to have some weekly vlogs, along with, of course, Vlogmas/Bookmas happening. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that it works out and I can upload for a good portion of this month. I have some ideas. But yeah, so if you want to hang out with me some more, I do live shows, some reading sprints every Tuesday and Thursday, so check that out. Subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment about what you're reading this month. Are you cozying with some Christmas stories or some holiday books? What are you reading? And if you just want to let me know you were here, drop a coffee emoji down below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out for this round of the TBR Cafe, and I will see you soon in another video. Take care and happy reading. Bye.